Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equities Historian with the Wolf, and this is just a general share advice and not personal advice. Wolf, I've got the Nasdaq up here, and we're going to go straight to the markets because the price action was awful last night on the Dow, and the Dow was up at one stage. It was holding up very, very nicely. It was expecting that bounce off trend lines. Except the news of Omicron that is actually in America, and I think they found some cases in California, really scared the market towards the end, and we saw a sell-off towards the close, which is always very, very negative, and obviously we can see the market's really sitting on the brink of support now. If you're guessing, man, I think we'll hold support, to be honest, by the end of the week. But if we don't, Wolf, this market could go down a lot further. And again, you look on the ASX 200, we're right on support, and this is support on trend lines. This is support on areas of support and resistance. There's a lot of support around this sort of 7,200 level, and if we break it, and we break it by the close, there's a good chance we're going to go lower into Christmas and not have that Christmas bounce. So the next 2 days, Wolf, are absolutely crucial. Well, obviously we're not going to put any trades out today. If anything, we'd be saying to people, just be cautious. If you're in stories that are not doing well, if stories break trend lines, you've got to be getting out of them.
So if you put profits, take some profits.
Yeah, if you've got some profits, take profits. I mean, it's just common sense. Okay. And of course,
we're looking at that day because this is our almost like one of those warning signals, right? For us, this is our main go. It's like the radars. When the World War II was happening, you've got the German Luftwaffe flying around, and the English had that beautiful radar system that's set up. The front line. This is the front line of it. We can see what's happening, and it's telling us danger, danger, something's coming.
Yeah, definitely, and a lot of the planes are coming across the channel, so so we've got to be very, very cautious at the moment, and we need to hold this support. Now, hopefully we will, by like I said, by the close on Friday on the Dow, and when we close on Friday, but we do need to be very, very cautious at the moment. So,
yep, agreed.
Saying that, it gives an opportunity, right? A few stocks are getting sold off, and look for those opportunities. And we spoke the other day. We gave a whole list of stories that we like, and stories like let's be positive. I mean, when the market gets sold off, you've got a great time to accumulate the great stories. I mean, this is a time to look at something like OCL. Let's have a look at JLG. How are they doing at the moment, Wolf? And again, unfortunately, doesn't want to sell down this one, but these are the sort of stories, the classics, the OCLs, the JLGs. Let's have a look at.
This is the Switzerland of the war. Doesn't want to do anything.
West Farmers is coming back down to these trend lines. These are sort of stories we like. So if we can get some of these great stories, if we have a little bit of a sell-off, we want to look to get some of these really strong stories somewhere near these trend lines. What's Macquarie Group doing today? Are they coming down a little bit? Not really, holding up very, very well, aren't they? Sort of looking.
Look, the Macquarie's usually love volatility, right? That's where they thrive because they can trade very, very well. So, but generally speaking, danger signs for me. I am really cautious here. I am scared because we are on the brink, Dave, on the brink. So fingers crossed next 2 days.
Yeah, no, we do. So everyone out there, just be a little bit cautious at the moment. But it is giving a few opportunities. You can see AV1, coming down to that 16.5, great. You can go a little bit lower. Well, opportunity knocks for the long-term investors. So, but short-term, Wolf, very, very tough.
Tough. Absolutely. Let's go through some announcement, please, Dave, this morning, because we had 3, right? So once we follow, so let's go through. The first one is, what would you want to go with the first one? Obviously, you've got this one open. So West Farmers, Woolworths. So Woolworths has come in and said, we're looking to acquire API. So I don't know where they come up with that idea. Obviously, they stole it from West Farmers because if they were keen about it, they would have done it way, way earlier, right? So it's like one of those kids that comes and spoils the party pretty much. I don't know what the rationale is. They're saying, oh, it's going to, we're going to expand our thing. It doesn't suit Woolworths at all. So I don't know. I think it's just opportunistic. They just saw that Wesfarmers is doing a good deal. They thought they're going to spoil it for them. Look, it's not good for Wesfarmers. Of course, I'm frustrated again because we had this previously with bloody another bidder that was playing around with it. So yeah, Wesfarmers is going to be weak for the moment. Unfortunate, but remember, long term. So as long as it holds those trends, I'm happy with it. We'll see how this plays out. But looks like Wesfarmers has to bid up this time around. So they probably have to go up to 175, which is about 12% higher from the previous bid, which still is okay.
Oh, okay. I mean, I understand for Wesfarmers. Wesfarmers are a group of CEOs. They're business people. They wheel and deal. They know how to make money.
Exactly.
You've got a bunch of bumpkins like in Woolworths, just like just let's copy the
reactionary. It's reactionary type stuff. Why is Wesfarmers buying this? So they obviously had a look through and go, oh, okay, this makes sense. So this started to as I don't know, something that I want to miss out on maybe because Wesfarmers looks like I'm getting a good deal to join the fray. It's frustrating, but so be it. Let's see what happens.
Wolf, another sort of acquisition is ABB and OTW.
Yep.
So again, do you like that acquisition for Aussie Band?
Look, it makes sense when you look through it. The complementary type services that's what ABB doesn't have, like cloud. They're going to get some out of OTW acquisition. It doesn't look too demanding. So overall decent. This is how they sort of grow these days, these telcos, through acquisitions. We've seen so many of them over the last 2 years, and that just keeps happening and happening and happening. So as long as they can buy at the right price, don't do too many of them at the one time, then it should be okay. Market will obviously decide over the next couple of weeks where this is going to go, because you remember that anyone that acquires usually at the moment struggles with the share price. So I'm expecting ABB to have a tough time going up any further than this, unless, of course, the market thinks this is the best things to slice bread.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if it went below $5, you'd be getting out, but it's holding up pretty well in a difficult market. Now, Dubber.
Yes.
What did you make of that announcement, Wolf? Because
love it, Dave. Love it. It's another vindication of Dubber and its technology, how it's been embraced by the big telcos out there. And this time, your old mob from UK. BT, which is British Telecom, the old British Telecom. So, I mean, we've got 180 countries that are in. They're either going to integrate that Dubber system, the voice recording system, through BT's networks to be used with, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and others, Cisco WebEx, and so on. So, fantastic, really. I mean, you'd want to be on this horse for sure.
Yeah, a little bit surprised on that announcement. The actual share price is down. So, but I suppose the tech sector obviously having a little bit of a sell-off. But one would think if someone is in this for the long story, Wolf, that's definitely hopefully going to hold above that trend anyway. Even if we get
one hope so.
Even
absolutely.
if this market does get a little bit rocky. Wolf, that being said, was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, there's just a couple more things. So a VR1, because I know it's hot at the moment, and a lot of you guys are probably trending it and trading it. So they come up with another update today saying that just looking at that, they've obviously had a capital raising a couple of days ago, so that's going to probably weigh on the share price. But today's announcement, they're just talking about more ARR, which is the annual recurring revenues. Again, flying at the moment for them. So they're looking very, very hot right now. So again, if this sell-off presents an opportunity to maybe have a cheeky bid around that 20-19 cents, somewhere around there, and see if it can go up higher, because there's a lot of FOMO in this story. So as soon as that selling starts, I reckon that's going to start going up again, Dave.
Yeah, well, hopefully it does find a little bit of support there around that 20. But unfortunately, Wolf, if it does go below 20, it's a sell.
Correct. All right, so that's it for me this morning. I know it's there's really difficult market right now, and it's even looking more difficult when you look at those charts that you presented to us right at the beginning, Dave. So look at your portfolios, reassess. I haven't seen it like this, Dave, precariously hanging since about was about a year ago or so, a year and a half.
Listen, I'm surprised with it's mainly the press that are pulling this down. They're scaring people with this Omicron, which I find a little bit strange as well, seeing they're saying it's quite mild. And from that point of view, then surely this would be a win rather than a loss. And you've got Pfizer coming out wanting to give everyone another jab for it. I find it all a little bit peculiar, Wolf, to be honest with you, and very hard to understand and very understand the psyche behind it. So possibly
the psyche is they sell and then ask questions later. That's for the markets recently.
Yeah, but it's that balance. But we're going to use the weekly chart, so we're not going to panic sell.
Absolutely.
So just be sensible with what you're holding, and let's see where this is by the end of the week, and hopefully, like I said, we get a bounce over the next 2 nights, and it's nothing more than just a little blip, a little bit of a sell-off before the Christmas rally. Let's hope that still holds true, Mr. Wolf.
Okay.
On that note, listen, thank you very much, Wolfie, and look forward to live tomorrow with you. So I think that could be an interesting one.
Yes, if anyone's still there.
And please, guys, if you're members of Equity Story, Ask the Analyst live. I think it's fantastic service. So we can chat, we can look at the stocks, we can decide together what we want to do with them. It's such an important part of I think being an Equity Story member.
Agreed.
Ask the Analyst live, 12 o'clock. Be there.
Well sold, Dave. You're like a used car salesman. Well done.
Well, be there or be square, as they say. All right. See you, Wolf. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.